when was the first time you competed outside of Brazil, for example?
It
In
was at Worlds 2015. I was blue
15,
belt juvenile 2.
uh, blue belt juvenile. All right. So, how do you think? What was your first impression of coming to USA and competing there? Did you see the level same as in Brazil, better or less?
It's the level of competition itself. I felt like for the juveniles blue belt, it was kind of the same because I was fighting the same guys. The same guy I lost Brazilian national, I lost to him at Worlds.
Mm,
So the competition was the same. This is something that I always tell my students. Once you start going to big competitions, you're gonna fight the same person every single tournament. So this guy that I lost Brazilian national, I lost Worlds, I lost Floripa Open, and I lost, if I'm not wrong, I lost another time, probably South America. So I lost to the same guy 4 times in a span of 2 years. So we were fighting each other all the time. So uh, the level, especially in the blue belt, is kind of like Brazil is a little bit higher because you have a lot of tough kids. They're fighting each other all the time, but majority of them cannot afford to go to USA, cannot afford to travel outside the country. So the level end up being higher in Brazil compared to USA. But the higher you go up on the belts, once you get to the brown and black belt, then the words it's a lot
mm,
harder than Brazilian nationals or Europeans. But the lower the belt, the higher the level of the competitions in Brazil because
yeah.
like again the majority of people cannot travel outside.
Mm. So yeah, blue belt is a funny division because you can have someone who trained for 2 years,
Hmm.
or you can have someone who trained for like 12 years and he
Yeah,
started when he was 4.
yeah.
So I think the level can be really high, but it can also be like a discrepancy
The gap
between the
is
competitors.
insane.
Yeah, the gap is huge.
Hmm.
Um, so the thing you mentioned about the different belt divisions, you can often hear people say purple belt is the toughest division, or this one or that one. So you won worlds at purple belt.
Hmm.
How would you compare? Would you say that it is the toughest division, or how would you compare all the belts to each other, and how are they
Now, to be honest, I
different?
think they all have the same level of intensity. Because, like I said, you keep fighting the same people. The
Mm,
same guys that I used to fight when I was a teenager. They're still competing in the black belt.
yeah.
So we went through each belt fighting each other. So there's no harder or easier. And I think what makes the belt harder is probably the difficulties and challenges that you face outside of the mat, as in now you start having to take care of your own finances. You have to travel and do things by yourself. You have to start thinking about how you're going to get new sponsors, like all of these extra challenges that I think that's what like weighs more into the path rather than just the competition itself.